confusion on Hamming code. Hamming code is a error correcting code. Error correcting code. It is used to detect and correct a single bit error. It is used to detect and correct a single bit error. In the case of Hamming code, for example, in the given data word, if there are n bits, we have to add k parity bits to that one. So in the generated Hamming code, the total number of bits are equal to n plus k. N plus k. How many number of parity bits are to be added? There is one constraint on that condition. That is 2 to the power of k minus 1 must be greater than or equal to n plus k, where k is the number of parity bits and n is the number of message bits. For example, in the given data word, if there are 6 bits, let us assume n is equal to 6. Next, substitute the value of n in that expression and find the minimum value of k to satisfy that equation. So if n equal to 6, what is the minimum value of k to satisfy that equation? If k is equal to 2, let us assume 2 to the power of k and 4 minus 1, that is equal to 3. 3 is greater than or equal to 6 plus 2. No, it's not correct. So let us assume n is k equal to 3. So 2 to the power of k and 8. 8 minus 1, 7. So on the right hand side, 6 plus 3, 9. Left hand side, 7. No, it's not correct. Next, select k equal to 4. 2 to the power of k, 16. 16 minus 1, 15. On the right hand side, 6 plus 4, 10. No doubt in that one. 14 is greater than 10. So that equation is satisfied, okay, with the minimum value of k, that value is equal to 4. And for example, to generate Hamming code with n equal to 6, we have to add 4 parity bits. We have to add 4 parity bits. In the last example, I think in the given data word there are 8 bits. Generate the 12-bit composed word for the Hamming code that corrects and detects a single error. And that means, so in the given data, an 8-bit data, so we have to add 4 parity bits. So the total number of bits in the Hamming code is equal to 12. So n plus k, n equal to 8, k equal to 4. So 8 plus 4, 12. So first you have to write the bit positions. No doubt in that one, bit positions. So 1 to 12. 1, 12, sorry, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, So these are all the bit positions. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. So 12 bit positions. So in these positions, 1, 2, 4, and 8 are reserved for parity bits. So they have some power of 2, 2 to the power of 0, 1, 2 to the power of 1, 2, 2 to the power of 2, 4, 2 to the power of 3, 8. So this is the parity bit P1, this is the parity bit P2, this is the parity bit P4, this is the parity bit P8. The remaining are the actual data bits. Say in the given problem, the data bits are 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1. So for that data, we have to generate a Hamming code. So that means we have to find out these parity bits, P1, P2, P4, and P8 parity bits. First, you have to find out the P1. So P1 is the even parity of and actually bit positions. Simply for our convenience, bits. Even parity of bits, bit positions. 3, 5, 7, 9, 11. 3, 5, 7, 9, 11. So they are all odd numbers. Easily you can memorize, except one. So what are those bit positions? 3, 5, and for our convenience, 3, 0, 5, 1, 7, 0, 9, 1, 11, 0. So what is the even parity bit for that data? So even parity bit means the total number of ones must be equal to an even number, including the parity bit. So in this one, how many number of ones are there? 2 ones. So even parity bit is 0. And the total number of ones, including the even parity bit, must be an even number. So even parity bit is equal to for that one 0. Next, P2, even parity of bits. 3, 6, 7, 10, 11. What is the bit 3? Bit version 3, 0, 6, 0, 7, 0, 10, 0, 11, 0. So all are zeros, no doubt in that one. Even parity bit also equal to a 0. So the total number of ones must be equal to an even number. Next to P4, even parity of bits 5, 6, 7, and 12. 5, 6, 7, and 12. So what is bit 5? 1, 6, 0, 7, 0, 12, 1. So what is the even parity bit? The total number of ones here, even number, so it is equal to 0. So the even parity bit is equal to 0. అన్నిటికీ ఎంత వచ్చింది? సో P8 ఈక్వల్ టు 5, 6, 7. Here there is one dot for me. Sorry. 9, 10, 11 and 12. So what is the 9th bit position? 1, 10, 0, 11, 0, 12, 1. What is the even parity bit? In this case, it is also equal to 0. So no doubt in that one, the parity bits are here 0, P1, P2 0, P4 0, P8 also equal to 0. So finally, the Hamming code is equal to, write this one, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1. That is the Hamming code. That is the Hamming code for the given data. For the given data. Okay. Here there is one doubt. For P1, the even parity of bits 3, 5, 7, 9 and 11. For P2, 3, 6, 7, 10, 11, 12, 11, 10 and 11. For P4, 5, 6, 7, 12. For P8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There is no need to recognize those bit positions. So for that one, simply you have to follow So in this example, how many number of bits are there in the Hamming code? N plus k, say 8 plus 4, 12 bits. So for decimal numbers 1 to 12, decimal numbers 1 to 12, write the 4-bit binary equivalents. Write the 4-bit binary equivalents. Say for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So this is the right the 4-bit binary equivalents. For decimal number 1, what is the 4-bit binary equivalent? So weights are 8, 4, 2, 1. So for 1, simply write 0, 0, 0, 0, 1. For 2, 0, 0, 1, 0. For 3, 0, 0, 1, 1. For 4, 0, 1, 0, 0. For 5, 0, 1, 0, 1. For 6, 0, 1, 1, 0. For 7, 0, 1, 1, 1. 8, 1, 0, 0, 0. 9, 1, 0, 0, 1. For 10, 1, 0, 1, 0. For 11, 1, 0, 1, 1. For 12, 1, 1, 0, 0. No doubt in that one. So actually right here P1, P2, P4, P8. This is the P1, P2, P4, P8. P8. So for P1, observe this column. The 1-bit positions of the decimal numbers. Say for this one, here there is a 1. So 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11. So this is the P1 except P1, the remaining one, right? 3, observe, 5, 7, 9 and 11. Next for P2, except 2, 3, 6, 7, 10 and 11. Next for P4, except for 4, P5, 6, 7, 12. For P8, except 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Is there any doubt in that one? And first, you have to write the 4-bit binary numbers for the decimal numbers. So the decimal numbers, and for example, in the Hamming code, if there are 12 bits, you have to write decimal numbers from 1 to 12. For example, in the Hamming code, if there are 10 bits, you have to write the decimal numbers from 1 to 10. For example, in the Hamming code, the number of bits are, say for example, say 17, you have to write the decimal numbers from 1 to 17. 1 to 17 means it's a 5-bit binary equivalent. 5-bit binary equivalent. So in the case of Hamming code, it is used to detect and correct a single bit error. First of all, we have to generate the Hamming code. The transmitter transmits that Hamming code. The receiver receives the Hamming code. From the Hamming code, it separates the transmitted data. So the receiver checks whether the received data is correct or not. So for that one, say take one more example. This is also from the previous question paper. All of you note down this question. Note down this question. A 7-bit Hamming code. A 7-bit Hamming code is received as 1 1 1 1 0 1 0 1. A 7-bit Hamming code is received as 1 1 1 0 1 0 1. That is the received Hamming code. It is received by the receiver. Is there any error? In that one, is there any error? If yes, and if there is an error, locate the position of the error bit. Locate the position of the error bit. Parity checks are created by odd parity And here it is mentioned clearly, the parity is odd. In the last example, it is the even parity. Here it is mentioned clearly, parity checks are created by odd parity. So for that one, actually how many number of bits are there in the given in the received data? 7 bits in Hamming code. So for 7 bits means for decimal numbers 1 to 7. Right, 3-bit binary equivalent. For 1, 0, 0, 1, 2, 0, 1, 0, for 3, 0, 1, 1, for 4, 1, 0, 0, for 5, 1, 0, 1, for 6, 1, 1, 0, for 7, 1, 1, 1. This is for check bit 1, C1. This is for check bit C2. For your convenience, right at the top of the table. So C1, C2, and C4. The same as with the parity, here we have to find out the check bits. In this example, there are odd parity check bits. So for C1, odd, right here, odd, not the even parity, odd parity. Check bits for C1. Observe this column 1, 3, 5, and 7. In this case, in the case of parity bits, except 1. In the case of check bits, include 1 also. So for C2, odd parity check bits. Two, 3, 6, 7. For C4, the odd parity of check bits. Four, 5, 6, and 7. So actually, this is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Those are the bit positions. Say for C1, 1, 3, 5, 7. What is the 1? 1. What is the 3? 1. What is the 5? 1. What is the 7? 1. What is the odd parity of those bits? Odd parity means including the parity bit, the total number of ones must be equal to an odd number. So in this one there are 4 ones, so even number. So what is the odd parity bit? 1. So right here 1. Next for 2, 3, 6, 7. 2, 1, 3, 1, 6, 0, 7, 1. How many number of bits are there in this one? 3, odd number. So write odd parity bit 0. The total number of ones must be equal to an odd number. So here odd parity bit is equal to 0. Next for 4, 5, 6, 7. 4, 0, 5, 1, 6, 0, 7, 1. How many number of ones are there? 2, even number. So odd parity bit 1. Odd parity bit 1. So this is 1. So C1 equal to 1, C2 equal to 0, C4 equal to 1. So here it is called as the syndrome. Simply other word, that is equal to C. that is equal to C4, C2, C1. So what is C4 here? 1. C2, 0. C1, 1. So 1, 0, 1. What is decimal equivalent? 5. Its decimal equivalent 5. If syndrome, and here it is not equal to 0. Not equal to 0. If syndrome is not equal to 0, it indicates that there is an error. For example, if syndrome, and for example, if C1, C2, and C4 are zeros, no doubt in that one. In that one, there is no error. In the received data, there is no error. If syndrome is not equal to 0, it indicates that there is an error. The decimal equivalent of the syndrome and the 5 indicates the position of the error bit. Indicates the position of the error bit. Where is the error? In the 5th bit position. In the 5th bit position. So in this bit position, there is an error. There is an error. How it can be corrected? So simply complement that one. Simply complement that bit position. And actually 1, 1, 1, 0. Complement that one. 0, 0, 1. Actually it is the actual transmitted data. Transmitted data. Receiver receives this one. And that means in the transmission, the fifth bit position changes from 0 to 1. Changes from 0 to 1. So Hamming code is used to detect and correct the error. How it can be used to detect? So to detect the error, first you have to find out the syndrome value. If syndrome value is not equal to 0, it indicates that, and it detects that there is an error. There is an error. If it is equal to 0, it indicates that there is no error. There is a function of the Hamming code. For example, once if it is identified there is an error in the received data, to correct the data, we have to complement that bit position. Complement that bit position. We have to complement this position. And actually, this is the P1, this is the P2, and this is the P4. So actual data is 1, 0, 0, 1. 1, 0, 0, 1. 1, 0, 0, 1. And actually, in this example, the actual data is 1001. Actually, the transmitter generates a Hamming code. It generates a Hamming code as 11100001, and it is transmitted. In the transmission, there is an error. So the receiver receives the data as this one, not this one, actual data. The receiver receives this data, and Hamming code checker in the receiver, Hamming code checker in the receiver, checker or detector in the receiver detects the error. It detects that there is an error in the 5th bit position. In the 5th bit position, so we have to complement that bit position. That is the actual data. So actually, the receiver receives this data. So there is an error in this bit position. So complement that one. This is the actual data. That is the actual data. Okay. Any doubt in this one? And the important points are in the Hamming code. First point, it is used to detect and correct the error. So first of all, in the given data, there are n words. We have to add k parity bits. Then the Hamming code word consists of n plus k bits. How many number of bits are added as the parity bits? So for that one, there is one condition. 2 to the power of k minus 1 should be greater than or equal to n plus k. In that equation, given, substitute the value of n and find out the minimum value of k to satisfy that equation. So the minimum value of k is the parity bit values. So next, calculate parity bits and write those parity bits in the Hamming code. So that is the Hamming code. It is transmitted by the transmitter. A receiver receives that Hamming code. In the receiver, there is a Hamming checker or detector. It detects, is there any error in the received data? So for that one, it calculates check bits. So from the check bits, we have to observe the syndrome. If the syndrome value is not equal to 0, and if it is equal to 0, it indicates that there is no error in the received data. If it is not equal to 0, it indicates that the decimal equivalent of the syndrome is the position of the error bit. Position of the error bit. So to correct that error, simply complement that one. So Hamming code is used to generate, and it is also used to detect and correct the error. So this is the Hamming code. So generally, examination point of view, I write a short notes on Hamming code. So write short notes. It is in your notes. Next, one type of problem is generate a Hamming code for the given data. Okay. Next, if the receiver receives this type of data, is there any error? Then correct it. That is the second type of problem. Okay. So for the first one, you have to find out the parity bits and write the Hamming code. For the second one, you have to find out the check bits. So observe the syndrome value that gives the position of the error bit. Then that correct that bit position in the second type of problem. Okay. Are there any doubts? Any doubts? Say yes or no? Any doubts?
No, sir.
No, sir.
And if it is not mentioned clearly in any problem, let us assume that is the even parity. That is the even parity. And if it is not mentioned clearly, okay, in the next part of the first unit, first you have to observe the gates. Gate. That's simply a gate. To realize an electronic circuit in ADC, electronic devices, circuits, etc., it requires active components, that is a diode or a transistor or a FET, and passive components, resistors, capacitors, and inductors. By using those components, we can realize an electronic circuit. In the case of logic circuits or digital circuits, there are different components. Gate is the one type of component. To realize logic circuits, gate is the one type of component. Actually, gate is a logic circuit. It has two or more than two, and it has two inputs, or three inputs, or four inputs, etc. And it has two or more than two inputs and only one output. And a gate has two or more than two inputs and only one output. Except for only one gate, that is the NOT gate. NOT gate has only one input and one output. NOT gate has one input and one output. So except NOT gate, all other gates has more than one input and two or more than two. So the function of gate is it produces high output for certain combinations of inputs only. And that means in all other cases, it produces a low output. Digital circuits produces either a high output or a low output. And it produces either a 1 or a 0. Digital circuits produces a high output or a low output, either 1 or a 0. Logic 1 or logic 1 or logic 0. It produces high output for only certain combinations. And for example, let us assume it is a 2-input gate. A and B are the inputs, and Y is the output. What are the possible combinations for A and B? And if there are 2 inputs, means no doubt in that one, there is a possibility of 4 input combinations. And for example, apply here A equal to 0 volts, B equal to 0 volts. Apply A equal to 0 volts, B is equal to 5 volts. Next, apply A equal to 5 volts, B is equal to 0 volts. Next, apply A equal to 5 volts and B equal to 5 volts. Observe the outputs. And there are 4 possible combinations with 2 inputs. This is the 1 input A, this is second input B, and this is the output Y. So apply here 0 volts, 5 volts, 0 volts. Next 0 volts, 5 volts, 5 volts, 0 volts, 5 volts, 5 volts. Observe the output. Depending upon the type of the gate, say for example, let us assume it is an OR gate. For OR, for the gates, write only capital letters. OR gate, OR, write capital letters. In the case of OR and OR gate, its function is it produces high output when any one or more than one input is high. So in this case, one input is high, so it produces high output. In this case, one input is high, it produces high output. In this case, more than one input is high, so it produces high output. When it produces a low output, only when all the inputs are low. Only when all the inputs are low. What is the function of an OR gate? Memorize. It produces high output when any one of the inputs or more than one input is high. When it produces low output, when all the inputs are low. When all the inputs are low. That is the function of an OR gate. So this is a truth table. So you have to write this one as a table. What is this one? Truth table of an OR gate. This is the logic symbol for an OR gate. Memorize that symbol. That is the logic gate for an logic symbol for an OR gate. Two input OR gate. Inputs are A and B and output is Y. So this is the logic symbol and this is the truth table. What is the name of this one? Truth table of an OR gate. Actually, in the digital circuits, there are two types of logic systems. There are two types of logic systems. One is the positive logic system and the second one is the negative logic system. In the case of positive logic system, the high voltage, and in this case only there are two voltage levels, 0 volts and 5 volts. High voltage is the 5 volts, low voltage is the 0 volts. In this example, there are only two voltage levels, 0 volts and 5 volts. 5 volts is the high voltage level and 0 volts is the low voltage level. So in the positive logic system, high voltage is represented as logic 1 and 5 volts is represented as logic 1 and low voltage is represented as logic 0. And for example, the same table can be rewritten as A, B, Y, low voltage and 0 volts is represented by 0. High voltage is represented by logic 1. What is this one? No doubt in that one. It is a truth table of an OR gate in positive logic system. In positive logic system. Actually, this is the actual truth table, but in the positive logic system, it is written as this one. So memorize this table. So there are two voltage levels. So when it produces high voltage, when any one or more than one input is high. When it produces low voltage, when all the inputs are low. So this is the logic symbol for two input OR gate and this is the truth table for two input OR gate in positive logic system. In positive logic systems, forget about that one. Let that be. Actually, if we write the truth table of OR gate in a negative logic system, so let us assume A, B, Y. In the negative logic system, high voltage is represented by 0 and low voltage is represented by 1. In the negative logic system, high voltage is represented by 0 and the low voltage by 1. The low voltage by 1. 1, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0. This is the truth table of OR gate in negative logic system. in a negative logic system. This is the actual truth table. If it is right in positive logic system, what is this one? Positive logic system. This is in negative logic system. In the positive logic system, this is the truth table of an OR gate. In the negative logic system, this is the truth table of an OR gate. For the time being, don't confuse it. Forget about the negative logic system. Forget about the negative logic system. Okay? Consider only the positive logic system. What is this one? Logic symbol of a 2-input OR gate. What is this one? Truth table of an OR gate. In positive system, forget about the positive word. So it is a truth table of an OR gate. Truth table of an OR gate. What is its function? It produces high output when any one or more than one input is high. Or simply in other words, it produces a low output when all the inputs are low. When all the inputs are low. And this is the logical expression. Logical expression A plus B. A plus B. Plus indicates OR gate action. Plus indicates OR gate action. This is the logic symbol. This is the output expression or logical expression. This is the truth table of a 2-input OR gate. 2-input OR gate. Say for a 3-input OR gate, this is a symbol for 3-input OR gate. This is the output expression for 3-input OR gate, A plus B plus C. What is the truth table? In this table, how many rows are there? 1, 2, 3, 4 rows. Number of rows in a truth table is equal to 2 to the power of n, where n is the number of inputs. Where n is the number of inputs. For example, if it is a 2-input gate, no doubt in that one. For that gate, there are 4 rows. If it is a 3-input gate, 2 to the power of 3, 8. For that gate, there are 8 rows. 8 rows means there are 8 input combinations. There are 8 input combinations. So the 8 input combinations are A, B, C, Y. To write all the possible 8 input combinations, for your convenience, write the binary equivalents for decimal digit 0 to 7. Binary equivalents for decimal digits 0 to 7. Say for example, 0, 0, 0 or 0. For 1, 0, 0, 1. For 2, 0, 1, 0. For 3, 0, 1, 1. For 4, 1, 0, 0. For 5, 1, 0, 1. For 6, 1, 1, 0. For 7, 1, 1, 1. And to write all the possible combinations, for your convenience, write the binary 3-bit binary equivalent for decimal digits 0 to 7. Okay, memorize 0, 0, 0 to 1, 1, 1. What is the function of an OR gate? Whether it is 2-input gate or 3-input gate, no doubt in that one. It produces high output. If any one input or more than one input is high, more than one input is high. In this case, one input is I, so produces. One input is I, produces. In this one, more than one input is I. One input is I. More than one input, more than one input, more than one input. All inputs are 0. It produces a low. Whether it is a 2-input gate or 3-input gate or a 4-input gate, it produces a low output only when all the inputs are low. In all other cases, it produces a high output. So what is the function of an OR gate? It produces high output when any one input or more than one input is high. Or in other words, it produces a low output when all the inputs are low. That is the function of an OR gate. So memorize that function. So this is the logic symbol, and this is the truth table, and this is the output expression for 3-input OR gate. 3-input OR gate. And the next one is A and gate. A and gate. For an AND gate, this is a logic symbol for a 2-input AND gate. Two-input AND gate. This is a truth table for a 2-input AND gate. What is the function of the AND gate from this one? It produces high output only when all the inputs are high. Only when all the inputs are high. In all other cases, it produces low output. In all other cases, it produces low output. What is the function of an AND gate? It produces high output only when all the inputs are high. Y equal to AB is the output expression or a logical expression. In other words, this dot indicates the multiplication. A and B. A plus B. Output expression for OR gate. A and B. A dot B. A multiplication of B is output expression for AND gate. AND gate. So for a 3-input AND gate, A, B, C are the inputs. A, B, and C is the output expression. So what is the truth table? It produces high output only when all the inputs are high. In all other cases, it produces low output. So AND gate produces high output only when all the inputs are high. In all other cases, it produces a low output. Okay. Other gates are NOT gate, NAND gate, NOR gate, exclusive OR gate, etc. In the next class, we will discuss about other type of gates. Okay.